All right, boys and girls, Christmas is just around the corner, and we got some great news coming out of Dodge. The Hemi will live on, and we're going to get into that in this video. What is going on, boys and girls, and welcome back to another video. If you guys are rocking with the content, remember to tune in and subscribe and hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let's keep on rocking. So the Hemi lives on. We know that Stellantis, Carlos Tavares, CEO, out. He put in his resignation. He's out. He's no longer the CEO of Stellantis. And Tim Kanuski is the one that is the new CEO. And Tim Kanuski is actually the godfather of the Hellcat. And we now know, after we've discovered from insiders, that Carlos Tavares was the one that pulled the plug on the Hemi. He's the one that wanted it dead, that wanted it killed. And he was the one that pulled the plug. Well, Tim Kanuski is the new CEO, and changes are starting to happen. The Hemi lives on, and let's get into the article because, man, this is a good gift, and this is a good news. You know, I call it good news, good gift for Christmas, and for you consumers of the Dodge brand, you're gonna love it. All right, there's obviously a catch because the Challenger and the Charger are no longer here. We're getting the Daytona Charger, which is the EV, and we've also heard news that in order for you to swap some sort of different engine or a Hemi engine into the new EV Daytona Charger, it's almost impossible. You're gonna have to pretty much make like a new vehicle. Again, with the aftermarket community, I don't think that's impossible. You know, people like Gas Monkey Garage could probably get it and put a Hemi in it. But the Hemi will live on, and it's going to be in the Durango. So for you Durango guys, that we've seen it everywhere. We've seen it at 1320. We've seen them in cash days. I mean, we've seen them everywhere. It lives on. And it says Dodge has decided to extend production of the Hemi-powered Durangos due to consumer demand, customer demand. And yes, a million times yes, this is where it should be. Consumer is the one that buys your product, is the one that I think companies should be listening to when it comes to this. So it says it's a Christmas miracle, sort of, coming out of Dodge as they announced the extension production of the Durango RT and Durango SRT Hellcat. Both models were originally slated to ride off into the sunset by December 31st, but they'll now live on until 2025. They extended it that extra year, and then we'll see how things panned out after that. Again, you have Tim Kanuski back in your team as the coach. You know, put me in, coach. I'm here to play, and he's definitely gonna play. And he's the godfather of the Hellcat. It says Dodge said that the change was due in part to market demand and consumer feedback. The company didn't elaborate, but the move follows the ouster of the Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares. The former executive reportedly pushed for the Hemi's elimination despite strong opposition. Yes, again, a million times yes. When you say Dodge, the old consumer, we're talking about the old muscle car guy. When you say Dodge, Hemi pops into your head. Red flag, Hemi, bam, 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 Hemi's here. When you say Hemi, you say Dodge. And this guy came and killed it. You know, he's the one that pushed for elimination, and it did. And then he gave everyone a Daytona EV, which I don't think, in my opinion, is going to do well. I've seen, you know, we've all seen the car. We've seen the interior. There's been various YouTubers who've actually driven it. I think it's a cool car. I think it's a great design. But I think there should be options for everybody. Colors and smells were made differently for everybody. Some might want a Daytona Charger EV. Some might want the new Daytona Charger to have a Hemi in it, especially with the Daytona name behind it. So Dodge CEO Matt McLear steered clear of the issue, but said the Dodge Durango and the Hemi engine form a powerful pair, and Dodge will continue to produce that for the consumer, which is the most powerful gas engine SUV on the planet, into the 2025 calendar. He added, it's a perfect capstone for our celebration of 20 years of Hemi-powered Durango models, but there's a small little catch. The celebration, it's enjoyable, it's good news, but it's a little less joyful as Dodge killed the Durango 392 for 2025. So as the result, you can no longer get the 6.4 liter Hemi with 475 horsepower and 470 feet-pound of torque. Instead, your options are kind of limited, but you're still getting it to the 5.7 or the supercharged 6.2 liter V8. The former engine produces 360 horsepower, 390 feet-pound of torque, while the latter develops to 710 and then 645. You can also get the 3.6 V6 again, what's the fun in that? It might be the old twin turbo, not the old, but it might be the twin turbo engine. So the pricing for the 2025 Durango starts at $41,995, but you'll have to shell out $54,000 for an RT, and then customers can also get an assortment of SRT Hellcat special editions that retailed well over $100,000. Look, this is good news wherever you see it. Yes, of course, we would have loved to see the 6.4 in it. That doesn't mean it's not coming back, because now you're already seeing that the Durango's here and it's going to stay. Again, they extended it for another year. They're going to see how things pan out with the release of the Daytona Charger EV, and they're going to see where the money's at. And again, the consumer is going to speak, the customer is going to speak. And if companies want to survive, they're going to give people what they want. So I could tell you for sure that the Durango is going to continue with the Hemi. And if, again, 2025 is a successful year for Dodge, you're going to see the Hemi back in another engine, most likely in the new Daytona with the new Hemi in it, offer for maybe 2026 or maybe even the end of 2025. And it's probably going to release with like a certain amount of models, like maybe the first 2,000 models, and then from so on and so on. But anyways, this is good news for Christmas, as Tim Kanuski is keeping the Hemi alive in the Dodge Durango coming up for 2025. Again, the options are the 5.7, the 6.2 supercharged, the 6.4 not yet. Hopefully it stays here. But anyways, it's good news wherever you see it. Merry Christmas to you guys and a Happy New Year. If you guys are rocking with the content, remember to hit that thumbs up and the subscribe. Let's keep on rocking. I am out of here.